That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so what I wanted to share with you guys tonight is the one thing that no matter what else you guys do, because you're all fairly new coaches and whatever, there's only this like one thing that if you have it, you will succeed in this business. And if you don't have it, then you probably won't. And that is just, it's just like knowing in your mind that no matter what, this is it for you and you're going to succeed at this no matter what it takes. So Jimmy Hayes Nelson, who is, you guys have probably heard of him, you've probably seen videos from him or whatever. Mike Ryan shares quite a bit of his stuff and those sorts of things because they're close friends. He's been a coach for like 7 years now. And he was not quick. Like I think he said 6 months into the business, he had made like a total of $30. Like he had like one check in 6 months that was like $30. Like he was not quick at all. But he said that the one thing that kept him doing this was knowing that he was going to succeed at this. He didn't know how long it would take him, but he was going to absolutely succeed at this. And that's kind of the biggest thing, because you're going to have your ups and downs in this business, and you're going to have your frustrations, and you're going to have your dips. There's actually this book right here that you probably heard about called The Dip by Seth Godin, or however you say his name. And it's actually a really good book. And it's just a really, like, it's a really tiny book. It's super thin. You can read through it, like, really quick. I read it in, like, 4 hours one Saturday afternoon or whatever. But it talks about, just like in life, you have these dips. So you have these ups and downs in every situation. And if you don't have, with this business, if you don't have that set in your mind that no matter what, this is going to work for you and you will succeed at this, then when you get into that dip and you're feeling frustrated, you're going to start feeling like that's the point where you're probably going to want to quit, unless you have that set in your mind absolutely that you're going to succeed. And it's so, so true. Like Jimmy Hayes Nelson, like I say, he shared that. And he is now, like, him and his wife are both home full time. They have a house paid for and all these things, thanks to Beachbody. Like, it's 7 years later, so it's a bit longer than some other coaches, but he still has gotten to that point. Like, he has provided that freedom for his family. And still, in 7 years, that's pretty quick compared to any other job or, you know, career that you probably would embark on. But yeah, so it's that belief, I guess. And I know, like, it might be, it's not to be confused, I guess, with like confidence. Like, you don't have to necessarily have the confidence in yourself right from day one that you'll be able to succeed at this. It's just that decision that you make in your mind. And it's kind of just like a switch. Like, you just decide from day one that no matter what, this is going to work for you and you will succeed at this. And you don't know how long it's going to take you. You don't know what the journey is going to be like, but you know where you're going. And that's the biggest thing. You just have to kind of have that vision in your mind and know where you're going. And it's like, even for me, it's been the biggest thing that's driven me, because I've had my share of frustrations and I've had my share of, like, feeling like maybe I can't do this and whatever. But I have this in my mind that I'm just like, maybe I'm crazy, but I know that I'm going to succeed at this, and I know that I'm going to go far with it no matter what. And so the frustrations and stuff, I get through them because I have that. So that's one of the key things I think you need to have. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Obviously, you still have to be doing your 3 vital behaviors, and you still have to be plugging in and you know, inviting to your challenge groups and doing all those sorts of things. The personal development too helps really, really huge with this as well, obviously. But you still obviously have to be doing those things, but it's really just that, like, decision that you make and knowing that you're going to, like, this is going to work for you no matter what, because life will happen and you will get frustrated. And there's going to be people who say no, and there's going to be people who you spend a lot of time working with, but then they go and end up signing up with another coach. There's going to be people who download programs off the internet, and there's going to be, like, all those things are going to come up. But if you have this decision set in your mind that no matter what, you're going to succeed at this, that's the one thing that will continue to drive you forward. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys tonight. And yeah, just knowing that no matter what, and don't compare yourself to anybody else, because your journey is not theirs. This is your story and your journey, and it's going to be different than everybody else's. So just remember that you're writing your own story. So that's what I wanted to share. So we will start with you guys sharing now. What one thing you applied or did differently this last week that had the biggest effect on you or your business? And we'll start with Aubrey.
Why me?
You were the first one.
Back to the Power 3. This past week, I really dove in and added a ton of people last week. Talked to people I haven't talked to for a long time. Some of them I wasn't even friends with. And I've also think I have potential challengers to go into my next challenge group. It's just a matter of getting to know them, who they are today rather than who they were back in the day. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Power 3 is really working for you then, now that you're like,
I have to focus more on inviting and now coaching. So I've got the messaging down, I've got the adding friends down. Now it's just the next two that I got to focus on.
Awesome. So where have you been like finding people? Have you been just going through like old friends from school and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yep. And just people who look familiar.
Yeah.
So and some people you're just like, I didn't even talk to them in high school. So I'm like, hey, how's it going? Oh, where are you today?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, and that's the cool thing is like, because you're all like adults now, right? So it's like people aren't, I don't know, like people I've added from like elementary school and stuff, we don't really talk about elementary. Like we're just kind of like, oh, yeah, so what are you doing? What do you do for work? You know, you just start that conversation right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's really cool because you were like really struggling with messaging people and stuff before, so.
I wasn't adding anybody.
Yeah.
So it's good.
And you'll find like once you start doing that, it gets a little bit easier because you're kind of, it's like anything, it's like uncomfortable to add people. But then once you start doing it, you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. You know, mm-hmm. And it's like a bit easier to keep doing it. So it's really good.
It's like a snowball effect, right? That's what the Power of 3 is.
Yeah.
It's just getting that snowball big enough.
Yeah. And it's really cool too because you'll look back at your spreadsheets and you'll be like, whoa, like you'll see how you went from like doing hardly anything to like all these bubbles are all filled up every day. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
And you are planning to come to our Super Saturday here, right?
Correct. My ticket's on my table.
Yay, it's going to be so much fun. I'm excited. If we get 250 people, then there's a chance that they might send a trainer here in early next year. So invite everybody, like everybody. And I think they're doing the workout this time before the presentation. So you can just invite people, like just be like, hey, you want to come to a free workout? Great. Okay, come. Like, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we'll get the trainer out here, hopefully. That would be cool.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. All right. Mom, what did you apply this last week that had the biggest effect on you or your business?
Mine's going to sound very much like Aubrey's, but it was Power 3, but I found I had to do it a little bit differently than the spreadsheet. I have to write mine out like Lana does so that it makes sense. And if I write it out, then I can do Power of like 8 or 9 or 10 with no problem. And I've been searching my people more on my FitnessPal because, as I said last week, most of the people that I went to school with are probably retired or in nursing homes now, so I have to recruit different ways. So anyway, my FitnessPal's where I'm going.
Yeah, awesome. Because it's honestly,
I'm at the same level as Aubrey too, because I always struggled with finding people and So now at least I'm starting to find them, and then that's where it starts building. So
Yeah. Yeah, and it's honestly, it's like, because you have people that are like, well, I didn't go to a very big school, or I don't know anybody I went to school with, or like with you where you're like, well, I moved so much that like finding people I went to school with would be impossible. And like, but it's like, okay, well then move past that. Like there's other opportunities and places to find people. So that's awesome. MyFitnessPal is definitely a good place to dig into. So.
And the trip to Winnipeg was good for me in the sense that I finished reading the book Goals that I've been reading for a long time. And I read The Dip that Lara just talked about. And it was really good as well. And now I've started a new one. I've started 7 Habits of Successful People or something. It looks like it's very good.
Yeah, 7 Habits of Highly Productive People.
Yeah. Yeah. So
awesome. And
we had a chapter.
Yeah, and you're coming to the Super Saturday too. And are you inviting everybody you know?
I'll invite the seniors, yes.
Maybe Dad will come.
He was
I don't think anyone will
the last time. Well, remember when he was with the one with T25?
Yeah.
And he couldn't do it, right? Like, it was like he'd do like 2 things and he'd be like, oh my God. He'd say, I'm so tired.
No. Well, first of all, he came in his jeans, right? Like, he's wearing his jeans and his, like, whatever button-up shirt. And he's like, okay, I'm going to try this. And then he, like, does a couple things. And he goes, doesn't anybody else get really dizzy from, like, putting your head down and then lifting back up again? He's like, I just get too dizzy. I just can't do this anymore.
Oh, Dennis.
And you have to keep in mind that he weighs like 110 pounds. So it's not that he's chubby.
No. He's funny. Yeah. He tries to like brag about how like in shape he is. And I'm like, you're really not. Like, you're skinny, but you're not like shape. But anyways. Ariel, so what did you apply this last week that had the biggest effect on you or your business?
Okay, so I don't know if I'm cutting out or if you're cutting out or whatever. I'm going to talk anyway. But, so I don't know if any of you guys were on that team Victory All-Stars call last night with Anna. But they were talking about how using events as the like way to invite people instead of like doing a group or like posting it on your Facebook or whatever. So I did that I did that today. I made a group that says like Hot by Halloween, and for my 21-day fix group next month. And people have just been messaging me. And well, I also posted my like before and after like 1 month PIO stuff too. But they've just been messaging me, and I sold a challenge pack that today that like I had talked to this person before, and they're like, she's like, oh no, I don't think so, not right now. And then she saw my proof of everything, and she's like, yeah, how do I sign up and what do I need to do and where do I go? And I'm gonna do it right now. So I guess it's just using the event and posting the before and after or like during pictures really helped.
Yeah, that's awesome. I saw your pictures. They were awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've used events a few times, and it's great. I did not catch the Team Victory All-Stars call yet. I still have to watch that recording. If I don't get a chance tonight, I'm going to watch it tomorrow because I heard that
it's a good one. I think everyone should watch that one. It's really good.
Yeah. So I will watch that. Did she talk about mass inviting to events or?
Well, the ones, it was, I I want to say Virginia Callahan, but
Yeah.
that may be wrong.
No,
Okay.
that's who it was, yeah.
She was talking about how, what she's been doing to be successful, and she had made an event page and just invited certain people that like are on her friends list that might be interested, like based on the avatar thing.
Right.
And like with me, my thing would be like a young mom, because I'm 23 and I have 2 kids and both of them are really young. So I just looked for all the people that I knew on my friends who had that, and I just started inviting them, and like people just started,
Yeah.
I think they respond better to that when they see other people going to that event than if I were to just send them a message about it. If that makes sense, because like they want to be with the other people,
Yeah. I find events too are a really good kind of icebreaker. Like, because people will, if you invite them to an event, they will a lot of times message you and be like, hey, what's this about? Or once they RSVP as going, it's like, well, obviously they're interested, so then it's easy for you to message them and invite them, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad that you caught that. I need to listen to that recording because I was sad that I missed it on my 14-hour drive home.
Oh yeah, I've been there. We're gonna have to go from South Carolina to Washington in October. So
Oh my gosh.
luckily we're stopping a lot, but no, like I'm not looking forward to that.
I am not a fan of road trips. Like, I want to like them because some people make them look so fun, but I'm just not a fan of it. Like, I'm like, I should just fly.
I think we're half
Give me
an
some
hour.
Dramamine.
I was like, can we just go to the airport and drop her off? Because this is going to be a long day. But we made it.
Well, it's like bad because my dad is awful. Like, I'm like, okay, if I'm on a long trip, I just want to make like minimal stops, right? Like, if you have to go to the bathroom or eat or whatever, that's fine. My dad like literally has to go to the bathroom every hour. I'm not even kidding. He's just like, I have to go to the bathroom, and then he has to smoke. So it's not even like a quick like bathroom break, and it was so painful.
We used to go on road trips all the time.
I know we did, but those were for hockey players, so it's different.
Is that how you found Anna then? Through hockey?
No, I found Heather Serrano.
Heather.
Yeah, Heather Serrano is my coach, and I found her because I posted on Facebook that I'm like, oh, Beachbody coaching is coming to Canada. I'm thinking of signing up. I don't know if I should. And then a girl commented, like one of my friends on Facebook commented, was like, hey, I know a Beachbody coach. I'll send her your information. And that was Heather Serrano. So that's how I found Heather. So you never know. That's why you want to let all your friends on Facebook know that, you want to sprinkle it in there that you are a Beachbody coach because you don't know where you're going to get referrals from, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because I was a free customer lead before that. And the coach that was like assigned to me, he emailed me a few times, but I never responded because he was a guy. He is actually on Team Victory, so that's, I don't know. I've never actually talked to him and been like, hey, you were my assigned coach, and then I changed coaches. I've never told him
Hey,
that.
sorry, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he remembers you.
You're a guy, though. Like, I didn't want to sign up with you.
Hopefully I'm on your downline. Sorry.
Yeah, so, but yeah, so I could have been a good free customer lead, but I was one who ignored his emails, so, but yeah. So that's how I found Heather, and then her and Anna were really good friends and whatever, and that's kind of where I ended up on Team Victory. But, yeah. So that's awesome. You have a Super Saturday. Have you found your local Super Saturday?
Okay. I had the closest one's an hour and a half away, which would be fine to drive. However, moving across the country. He detaches here on October 7th, which means we are going to be packing up everything a couple weeks before that. And we have not packed anything yet. So, yeah, I honestly don't know about that. But I was really disappointed because we will be in Milwaukee area like 3 weeks after that, and that's where Carl Deichler is going to go, and I was really sad that I couldn't make that one. But
Aw.
yeah.
Well, you could.
So,
You did like fit clubs in your house before, right? Did you?
yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
You could host your own Super Saturday. Maybe a couple people will come. Basically, all it is you sign up on, like, you go on your online office, and then under events and whatever, you can like host your own Super Saturday or register your own Super Saturday event or something. It says, so you just put in your email address and your name and the location, and it'll add it to the list. So you might have local coaches contact you and say, oh, I want to come to your Super Saturday event or whatever. But basically, and then all it is they send, like, on like the Wednesday or Thursday before, they'll send you an email with a PowerPoint presentation and a video. And all it is you just kind of go over that. It like lays it all out for you. And then there's like a 45-minute video that you watch. And then you can offer, depending on who's coming and whatever, and your space and whatever, you could do a workout too. Like, you know, so that's another option. Or you could even just like register to do it just to get the video yourself earlier.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so, honestly, this whole thing has got me a little crazy about the whole moving across the country thing. We're going to be living in an RV for 2 years.
What?
Yep. I'm kind of excited about it. But, yeah, because he has to go from Bremerton, Washington to Everett, to Bremerton to Everett, like a couple times. And to move the kids so many times in like a year would suck. So to have them have a little bit of security, we're just doing that so that we can all
this
be together.
Is like Seattle, Washington, that Washington?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to be close to us then.
I know. Hopefully we'll be able to see all of you. I would like that. We were talking about taking a road trip up to Canada, so I would like to do that.
That's kind of cool though, like living in an RV. Are you gonna like have like are you staying at like campsites or
like RV parks, I guess? Like there's this really nice one that has like a lake, and you can go fishing, and then they have a big like running like paths and stuff like that, and I like to run, so I mean that'll be good. And then a lot of them have what's it called, community centers.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool to be able to be like, oh yeah, you know, you want to come to a fit club at the community center? I know you're just passing through town, but you might as well get a workout in. And so I don't know.
That's awesome. My grandpa lives in an RV park and has for years, so must be pretty stable. Hey, Mom?
As stable as he is.
Nice though. We went and stayed out there, and they have like cabins, like at the park that he lives in. They have like cabins out there and stuff too, right? So we went and stayed at a cabin or whatever. It's like super nice out there, and he's lived in an RV for so long. Like he just likes that.
Yeah, it's gonna take quite a bit getting used to, because right now we've got a 2,500 square foot house.
Oh
my!
And that's gonna
downsize.
Be like, oh yeah.
Where are you putting all your stuff?
We're gonna see if we can try and rent it out a little bit furnished, like this area right here where we have like, okay, there's popcorn bags everywhere.
And she's frozen.
Yeah, she's totally frozen. I see the popcorn bag. Ariel. how cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
I like the couches.
Yeah, that's really nice. No. The one, I hope she realizes she's frozen and she hasn't been like talking this whole time.
Probably, oh, she's coming back.
There she is.
Don't know what happened,
You're still frozen.
but I'm still frozen.
Well, and
Now
the,
there's two of you.
Yeah, there's two of you.
Oh, I have a twin.
Not anymore.
Anyways, you froze on the popcorn bags.
Oh yeah, my son eats a lot of popcorn up here, but we have like
Oh.
the movie theater,
Nice.
so we're gonna try and rent it out halfway furnished, so that maybe get a little extra money like that, and then not have to store so much stuff because we have a lot of stuff. But yeah, so that'll be fun. But
That's cool.
I'm just kind of really excited to go to Washington. And then that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I think that'll be exciting. Like, I don't know. I think that's exciting. I think it'll be fun.
It'll be an adventure for sure.
Oh yeah. And the kids will never remember it, so it won't,
No,
won't
and it's not like
traumatize
you
them
have,
if it's bad.
it's not like you have to worry about schools or them like having to change schools or anything like that.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Like this may be the only time we get to do it, so why
Yeah.
not?
That's exciting. And then you can just kind of venture up into Canada. And
We've talked about it a lot because apparently you can get a driver's license that is also a passport, so we can just go up to Canada.
Oh, wow.
So,
Really?
Yeah, it's for a Washington driver's license. I didn't have anything, I didn't know anything about it until Dallas told me, and I was like, oh, all right, we'll do that because I want to go to Canada.
yeah.
We still need passports.
Yeah.
Yada.
Awesome. Okay, so this is going to cut us off in like 3 minutes. Did you guys have any other questions or anything?
No.
You guys are all rocking it. Ariel, I just sent you that video that I made too for the forms.
I saw that. I'm going to watch that as soon as we're done.
Okay. Hopefully that
Thank
helps.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I like making
Did you-
videos, so.
Did you record a call yesterday, Lara?
I didn't post it yet. I recorded
Okay.
it on Saturday night.
Yeah, I was confused.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked for it today on my way home, and I was like, I don't think she did it.
I recorded it on Saturday after the event, and then I was like, okay, but I don't want to post it too early in team shots. And then we weren't home till like 9:30, and then I didn't. I don't know. I just forgot. I'll do it right after we get off.
That's okay. I just wanted to be sure I wasn't missing anything.
No, I just haven't posted it yet. But it's actually really good. I shared a little bit of Miguel's story, and I don't know. He's awesome. He's so awesome. I was just watching him. Like, he was on stage during the workout, and he did Turbo Fire, right? Like, that was, like, his program. And it's so obvious because, like, when he does, like, jumping jacks and stuff, he's like, I don't
Kind of
I don't know.
awkward.
I just think he's cute. I think Miguel
But
is
he's
awesome.
cute, yeah.
Yeah.
It took a lot of guts to be up there with her, I tell you. Holy.
Yeah.
Okay, less than a minute.
Yeah, it's going to cut us off. Okay, so I'm going to